Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys a heads up on an awesome Steam game deal that's live right now at the level of the Firewatch deal last week. If we keep getting deals like this, I'll definitely be highlighting them. This one's really good, and the sequel has just been confirmed for release in May, so not a bad time to check the game out. Couple of other deals to note as well, so we'll get to those in a little bit. But first of all, we have Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, which is 90% off for $2.99. This was done by Ninja Theory, an incredibly talented studio that is now owned by Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft did acquire Ninja Theory. I remember leading up to the release of Hellblade, back when we initially saw gameplay of Hellblade, I want to say that was in 2016, I was very skeptical of how this game was going to turn out. Gameplay-wise, it just looked a little bit clunky, and I wasn't sold on it, but then, when we ultimately got the game, it blew me away. From an atmosphere standpoint, from a narrative standpoint, incredibly compelling. The gameplay's pretty decent, but I think the atmosphere and the storytelling in this game is just so strong. Now, the thing about Hellblade was, it was released as a $30 game, and it was a shorter experience, but you know, it's still very worthwhile to go through, and for $2.99, I mean, come on, guys, that is a fantastic deal that I would strongly recommend. For a game at this caliber, for that cheap, it is just a great pickup. I'm looking up the how long to beat for Hellblade just to get a general amount for most people. So around 7 hours, 7 to 8 hours. So that's not even that short. I mean, some of you guys are going to be able to complete it quicker than that. I feel like sometimes I'm completing the main stories a little bit quicker than how long to beat, but just generally speaking, if you take your time, if you like to take everything in, like 7.5, 8 hours is probably what you're looking at. I played this game when it initially came out, had a fantastic time, and for $2.99, again, this is a great pickup. Ninja Theory is doing a full-on sequel to this game. I believe it's out on May 25th. I know it's May. May 25th, I believe, is the date as well. That game, from what we've seen, looks really good. It will be interesting to see how they translate Hellblade into a full $70 game, because I don't know how it's gonna fly with people if Hellblade 2 comes out. And if it's $70 and it's 7 hours, like, that might be a little bit of an issue to a lot of people, but it is gonna be on Xbox Game Pass, so that's something to consider as well. I really thought Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 was the standout game from the developer direct yesterday. I watched it, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, I think that Indiana Jones game looks absolutely terrible. I hope I'm proven wrong. It's supposed to come out this year, and Machine Games is super talented, but I saw that Indiana Jones game, I'm like, this game looks absolutely atrocious. But, like, yo, some people are like, oh my god, the visuals look so great, but it looks super clunky from a gameplay standpoint. And I don't know how early that footage was in terms of development, but yeah, I'm not sold on that game. But I am sold on Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and even if Senua's Saga isn't a super lengthy game and it's full price, like, I'm still excited for it. And it will be on Game Pass at the end of the day, as will Indiana Jones, so you will be able to check it out that way. But for now, if you haven't played Hellblade 1, $2.99 is a great buy. Obviously, Hellblade 1 is available through Game Pass as well, so you can play it that way, but to have it in your Steam library, a really solid pickup. And if you're into your more atmospheric, narrative-driven action titles, Hellblade's a really good pickup. So definitely check it out, and look into Hellblade 2. For those of you that played Hellblade 1, if you didn't watch Developer Direct, I believe it was called, yeah, Developer Direct yesterday, that, I think that's shaping up pretty nicely. And Senua's Saga, the issue with the promotion for that game for a while, I feel like we see, like, a lot of you know, like, technical aspects of the game, but we need to see more of the gameplay and a lot of that stuff. So, you know, hopefully as we head into May, they do a good job promoting it in that regard. Next up, we have Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun. It is 90% off for $3.99. I really wanted to give this a shout because Mimimi Games, unfortunately, is shutting down. I think they've already shut down, or they're doing some updates for their most recent release. Shadow Tactics was a really well done tactics game, set in Edo, Japan, and I'm a sucker for that setting. I think that setting is absolutely awesome. It can get fairly challenging, but you've got a variety of different difficulty settings. It's an incredibly rewarding tactical strategy game, and if you're into the setting, and even if you're not into tactics games, I feel like you can end up enjoying it. The game's got 28,000 Steam user reviews. 96% of those reviews are positive, so the game's been received really well. And if you're into tactics games, obviously, this should be in your library. Again, unfortunate news with Mimimi Games because they've had a really, really good track record of putting out pretty solid games with Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun. Then they did, I believe, Desperados 3, and that was received really well. And then, the middle of last year, they put out Shadow Gambit, The Cursed Crew. Every single one of their Steam releases has an overwhelmingly positive reception, outside of the last Tinkerer, City of Colors, which that's like a smaller game. Like, I don't really even count that as your typical Mimimi Games title, but Shadow Tactics, Desperados 3, and Shadow Gambit all have overwhelmingly positive reception. They're just really good at what they do, but it's just kind of one of those harsh realities. In the game development world, you can put out high-quality games, but the competition is so steep and game development costs are so high that it's hard to pop off at a higher level, so it is what it is. At least they'll have 3 great games on the Steam store forever, as far as their tactics games go. And Shadow Tactics for $4, really good buy there. Next up, we got A Plague Tale: Innocence. It is 80% off for $7.99. Recommend this game ad nauseum. If you have yet to play it, definitely go play it. It's very much a narrative-driven game, but it does a really good job in telling a gripping story that picks up right away. Like 30 to 45 minutes in, and you're pretty hooked to A Plague Tale: Innocence. Some of the gameplay aspects aren't great, and there's that one section towards the latter portion of the game that is absolutely irritating, but for the most part, I thought Plague Tale: Innocence was an awesome game, and the sequel is on sale as well. Plague Tale: Requiem is 55% off for $22.49. Obviously, do not be jumping into this game without playing Innocence. Like, this is very much a direct sequel, so play Innocence, then play Requiem, but Requiem is a phenomenal game as well. From a visual standpoint, Requiem looks absolutely excellent, and great story as well. Had some issues from a performance standpoint in the sense that, it recommends an RTX 3070, so just keep that in mind. It is Steam Deck verified, so, I haven't played it on the deck, but yeah, if you do want to, it is deck verified, and hopefully they do a third Plague Tale game. But good for Asobo Studio, creating a new IP, and as a relatively unknown studio, that new IP in Plague Tale has gotten a lot of traction, so good for them, and Innocence and Requiem, both great games. Lastly, I do want to give a shout to Cult of the Lamb. It is 40% off for $14.99. They just dropped the Sins of the Flesh update for it, a free update that added a lot of new stuff, so thought it would be a good time to mention this. Haven't played too much myself, but start your own cult in a land of false prophets, venturing out into diverse and mysterious regions to build a loyal community of woodland followers and spread your word to become one true cult. The game's got a very positive reception all time. 58,975 reviews, 94% positive, just shy of overwhelming for the all-time reviews, but recent reviews are overwhelming with 3,100 reviews and 96% of those reviews being positive. There is a demo available if you do want to check that out, but the full game, $15 again, alongside the Sins of the Flesh update that just came out. But that is gonna do it for me. Again, that deal on Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is absolutely awesome for $2.99. That is highway robbery. We put that game into the highway robbery tier of a game deal, so definitely go check that out, and a lot of other great deals with Shadow Tactics. You've got Plague Tale: Innocence and Requiem, and then Cult of the Lamb as well. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.